Hi there, my name's Laura McGee, and thank you for joining me here today at Leave Strong Divorce Coaching. We're talking about the contemplation stages of divorce. This is a very complex time for individuals emotionally. There's such a roller coaster of emotions going on. So today I want to talk about how do you maintain your privacy during this process, and who should you really be talking to while you're in the contemplation stages of divorce. I don't know if you've seen the movie Meet the Fockers, but I happen to think that that is really a great analogy for what you should start thinking about. The circle of trust. Who are you going to let in and who are you going to keep out? Because you have to know that anything you're telling somebody in secret, it's probably not going to be a secret. You have to assume that unless you're speaking with a lawyer who has a duty of confidentiality, that you're talking with somebody about something that is gossip. And it's likely to be shared. So how do you actually determine who to talk to, and what kind of guidelines and boundaries should you set for yourself? I usually recommend that you establish a circle of 5. Who are 5 people that you're willing to let in and share your confidences with? And if you do have an attorney, you've already got 1. So now you're down to 4. You should consider very carefully if you're going to allow one of your family members to be included, because typically they'll have very strong feelings and potentially judgments, and if you change your mind and you go back into your marriage to give it another try, it might be even more difficult for you to have the support of your family. Similarly with very close friends. Typically when we have close friends, we share other connections with them, we share other friendships with them, and asking a close friend to be a confidant and to keep your secrets a secret can be very difficult. So when you're choosing that circle of 5, consider the level of confidentiality you can expect and how you can set some reasonable boundaries. The next thing you have to consider when you're choosing those people really is what kind of advice are you expecting to get from them? You know, people can only share with you their advice based on what they know, and who really knows the inside of your relationship. Best case, they're getting one side, a piece of the scenario. Is that person capable of truly being a trusted advisor to you? And if you're in a very complicated process right now, you have to be very careful about who you're receiving your advice from. I mean, most of us have friends that have been through a divorce, and if that's who you run to first, and they have a story that's kept them in victimhood, and it's been years since their divorce and they still speak of it as though they're in the midst of it, consider the source. Consider where you're getting your information. They might have some really excellent advice of tips for you, things you can avoid and mistakes they made, but consider the advice carefully. During this time, if you are looking for a strategist to work with, a confidant, and you want a private place to work through your emotions, to come up with a well thought out plan. Should I stay or should I go? What should I consider? Divorce coaching is certainly one of those options. And I can tell you that here at Leave Strong, your confidentiality is assured. I was a trial attorney, and I understand how important these boundaries are. And while I'm not under a particular professional requirement of confidentiality, I honor the standards that I've been accustomed to living up to. This is a safe place. Thank you for joining me here at Leave Strong. If you have specific questions, I would love to answer them for you. Just leave them here. Thank you.